Hello everyone, how are you? So everything we have already done. Revision is going with the explanation, MCQs, mock test, and the last few topics that we are still have to do. Literary moments, for example, we have that is very important. Literary moment and groups. So your last major focus should be on literary criticism, literary theories, literary devices, the language from the linguist part. Okay, so these topics should be your major concern for the last moment. Revision, I told you, do not go into any new topic, just practice and believe in yourself. Okay. In this video, we are going to practice the questions with explanation, Unit 1 drama mock test we have done already. So, Unit 1 drama MCQs with explanation we will do. Stay tuned to watch. And if any of you want to join and want the PDF of the class, any notes, you can simply, here I have mentioned email ID, you can email me. Okay, for the PDF. British literature is also there, mentioned 25 major writers with their literary theories, concept, terms, whatever they have given, which is important for the exam perspective. So divided in four part, you can watch. Okay, I forgot to put the link in the upcoming video, the latest video, so you can go. Please go to the bio and watch. And if any of you are new to the channel, join, subscribe, and share. Okay, let's start the class, everybody. Here is the first question on your screen. 51 question. Yes, why? Because 1 to 50 questions I was prepared. I had prepared in the form of mock test. So after this, you will have that mock test class. Okay. So the theater of the absurd was popularized by options. Read the options by yourself. I will only read the questions and then answer accordingly. So theater of the absurd was popularized by. Correct answer, the theater of the absurd was popularized by option A, Martin Aislinn. Okay, Martin Aislinn was the one who coined the term and later used in the work to define the meaningless absurdity of the society or the life of people. So Martin Aislinn coined the term the theater of the absurd in his 1961 critical study. It grouped writers like Samuel Beckett, we have Eugene Ionesco, Adamo, and Janet, who highlights existential anxiety, meaninglessness, and cyclical plot. Okay, and repetition as a stylistic feature. So meaninglessness, anxiety, existentialism, these are the important terms related to the theater of the absurd. Okay, coined by Martin Aislinn. Next question we have, the term epic theater is associated with epic theater. Options. So correct answer, the epic theater is the term associated with option C, Bertolt Brecht. Okay, Bertolt Brecht's theory of epic theater was uses alienation effect, that we also known as a Wolfram Dung, whatever it is written here, direct address, play cards, songs, and episodic structure to promote critical reasoning instead of emotional identification. So it, you have to identify this word also, and alienation effect, that is what epic theater by Bertolt Brecht here. Next question, Mother Courage and Her Children is a play by. Mother Courage and Her Children is a play by. Options. So the answer of this question, Mother Courage and Her Children is a play by option B, Bertolt Brecht. Okay, Mother Courage and Her Children. Initially, it is written in German. So it is written in 1939. The play critiques the brutality of war through the character of Mother Courage. It is a prime example of epic theater. Okay, remember, discouraging audience empathy and focusing on socio-political critique. So 1913, written by option B, Bertolt Brecht, and based on brutality of war. So the character here highlights brutality, the what type of situation the people face in the war. and after that how their life changes. Remember the year, okay? And the character you have here, Anna. In drama, the character is very important. Anna Fairling. Should I write? It's Anna Fairling. Okay, nickname is Mother Courage. Okay, remember. Next question. The bald soprano is written by. Next question you have, the bald soprano is written by Eugene Ionesco. Jean Janet, read the options please. So bald soprano is the work written by option A, Eugene Ionesco. Okay, this work was published in 1950. 1950, this absurdist play mocks meaningless speech and Borges' life. It's a circular structure and breakdown of language typify the absurd tradition and the absurd theater. Okay, so 1950, author is Eugene Ionesco. The dramatist is an absurdist play that mocks the meaningless speech in the form of character by the character of the Borges' life. Okay. Next question we have, the maid is a play by. The maid is a play by. The maids is a play by. Options. The maids is a play by. The correct answer, the maids is a play by. Option A, Jean Janet. Option A, Jean Janet is the correct answer. Okay, this work was Jean Janet's 1947 play features role-playing, identity inversion, and ritualistic performances. This work explores power, subjugation, and psychological violence by the character. Okay, so Jean Janet published 1947, and it is a work that explores the power, subjugation, and psychological violence by the character. So The Maids is a play by Jean Janet. Rosencrantz and Guildensterns Are Dead is by options. Guildenstern are dead by. So correct answer, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead is the work by Tom Stoppard. Okay, Tom Stoppard. This work was premiered in 1966. Okay, it is a meta theatrical tragic comedy. Tragic comedy that rewrites the Hamlet from the perspective of the minor character. Okay, so remember this work, this work blends absurdism, which is very important. Absurdism, which is a very important part of the play. Okay. Next question we have, the term problem play is mainly associated with. The term problem play is mainly associated with. So correct answer of this question, the term problem play is mainly associated with option A, Ibsen, Henrik Ibsen. Okay. Henrik Ibsen's realistic social drama, A Doll's House, Ghost, and Enemy of the People, tackle moral dilemmas, middle class hypocrisy, gender roles, and societal norms. So, this is what the problem play he has highlighted in all his work. Okay, so Henrik Ibsen is the correct answer. Next question we have, the Cherry Orchid was written by. The Cherry Orchid was written by, it's option B, Anton Chekhov. Okay. Anton Chekhov is the correct answer. This work was first performed in 1904, and the play here blends the comedy and tragedy that represents the social changes in Russia. So Chekhov's subtle dramaturgy includes a subtext, ensemble acting, and indirect actions. So this is the correct answer. Okay, 1904. Remember the year it was first play, and it is a blend of comedy and tragedy. Next question: a doll's house ends with options. These type of questions appear in the exam. A doll's house ends with which type of like this is very important work by Henrik Ibsen. So correct answer, Nora leaving her home is the main character. Nora leaving her home. So here Nora's door slam symbolizes, what does it mean, what does it symbolizes when Nora leaves her home by slamming the door? Individual freedom and feminist awakening that makes the play revolutionary in modern drama. Okay, so it symbolizes individual freedom and feminist awakening. Okay, remember. Next question: Miss Julie is written by. Correct answer, it's option B, August Strindberg. Okay, August Strindberg, the correct answer. The 1888 naturalistic tragedy explores class, gender, desire, and psychological power between Miss Julie and Jean. Strindberg's preface outlines naturalistic drama theory. Now tell me, who is the important writer who was born in 1888? Very popular and important critic. Next question. The Three Penny Opera is by options. You can see the Three Penny Opera is by, if you're not able to read properly, option A, Brett and Well, option B, Stoppard and Havel, option C, Ionesco and Janet, and option D, Yeats and Lady Gregory. Three Penny Opera. So correct answer is option A, Brett and Well. Okay. This work was premiered in 1928. This musical satire modernizes John Gay's The Beggar's Opera. Okay, John Gay's The Beggar's Opera. It criticizes capitalist corruption through songs and episodic structure. So, Brett and Well is the correct answer. Next, six characters in search of an author is written by. Six characters in search of an author is written by options. Correct answer, six characters in search of an author is written by option A, Luigi Pirandello. Okay. This work was performed in 1921, and this is the meta theatrical drama that challenges reality, authorship, and identity. And character shows here that who interrupts a rehearsal demand that is a story can be told. So, Luigi Pirandello performed in 1921, and it is a meta theatrical drama. Next question, the term comedy of manners is best associated with. Here are the options. The term comedy of manners is best associated with comedy of manners. Correct answer, the term comedy of manners is best associated with is option B, restoration drama. Okay, restoration period. Here, the writers who uses their wit Congreve, Vaishali, and Etheridge specializes in witty dialogue, sexual intrigue, and satirizing aristocratic society. So these are the writers who majorly started comedy of manners that is actually shows the marriage reputations and hypocrisy among the wealthy elite. Okay, wealthy elite of the society. So remember the restoration drama that is around 1660 to 1710. Okay. Next question. The Country Wife is written by options. The Country Wife is written by Comedy of Manners. You can remember the example of the work The Way of the World by William Congreve, William Wycherley, The Country Wife, and the Ephra Ben, The Rower. The Country Wife is written by. I just told you the answer. Oh, okay. So you have got the answer. The Country Wife is written by here is William Wycherley. Option B is the correct answer. So William Wycherley's restoration comedy 1675 is known for the China China scene. Remember China scene. In which work the Country Wife, The Country Wife by William Wycherley, restoration comedy 1675, sexual satire and the character Horner's impotency views. Okay, The Rivals is written by. You got the answer too for The Rivals. The Rivals. The Rivals is written by. Correct answer. The Rivals is written by Sheridan. Option A is the correct answer. Okay. Oh, my mother just slammed the door. So it is the first stage in 1775. It features Mrs. Malaprop. Origin of Malapropism device. I have already discussed these theories. Satirizing pretension and class mobility. So first stage in the year 1775. Option A, writer is Sheridan. Next question, The Weavers is a play by. The Weavers is a play by. Correct answer. It's option A, Gerhard Hauptmann. Correct answer, option A. Okay. This 1892, this work, 1892 naturalistic drama portrays labor unrest among Silesian weavers. It highlights a social realism and collective protagonist. Okay. So correct answer, the writer, Gerhard, the dramatist, Hauptmann. Next question, Long Day's Journey into Night is by. Long Day's Journey into Night is by very important work. This is Arthur Miller. Here are the remaining options. Long Day's Journey. So it is option C, Eugene O'Neill. Okay. Eugene O'Neill is the correct answer. This work is written in 1941 and performed in 1956. This is an autobiographical tragedy that explores addiction, familial breakdown, and psychological realism. This work has also won Pulitzer Prize. So, a correct answer, Eugene O'Neill, first written in 1941, performed in 1956, and this is an autobiographical work. Okay. Next question. The birthday party is written by. The birthday party is written by. So it's option B. Harold Pinter is the correct answer. Okay. This 1950 play exemplifies comedy of menace, combining ordinary settings with psychological threat, ambiguity, and power dynamics. Okay, so remember 1958, this work is Harold Pinter and the birthday party is an example of comedy of a menace. Next question, The Good Woman of a Szechuan is by. Important. Fourth options B. Ionesco. The Good Woman of Szechuan is by option D. You have Eugene Ionesco. So it's option B, Bertolt Brecht. Okay, correct answer. This is a parable play. This work, The Good Woman of Szechuan, is a parable play published in 1943. It uses the Shen Te Shui Ta duality to question moral within capitalist exploitation. This work features songs, episodic scenes, and open ending. Remember Bertolt Brecht. Next, Oliena is written by. Oliena is a play written by. Options you can see. At least get familiar to all the works: drama, novel, poem. During study time, let me tell you, I'm very serious. So that I cannot sometimes just naturally, if anything happens, that's correct answer, everybody. Oliena is written by, it's option A, David Mamet. Okay, David Mamet is the correct answer. This work is published in 1992. What happens? One second, sorry. 1992 deals with power, language, gender conflict, and academic politics. Mamet's rapid fire dialogue reflects contemporary realism. So, David Mamet is the correct answer, and the work is Oliena, 1992, and rapid fire dialogue. Remember. Okay. Next question. True West is a play by. True West is a play by. True West is a play by. It's option A, Sam Shepard. Sam Shepard is the correct answer. This play was first staged in 1980. It examines American myth, sibling rivalry, and fragmented identity. And here, the writer Sam Shepard's absurd realism, you can find that he has blend violence and dark humor. So, this work you can also remember as an example of a dark humor. Okay, Sam Shepard. The work is True West, first staged in 1918. This is what and how you have to highlight all the poets. Next question we have: the term kitchen sink drama is associated with. The term kitchen sink drama is associated with, and from which age this term is related. Kitchen sink drama. That is what is it is mentioned here. So the term kitchen sink drama is a part of 1950s Britain. 1950s Britain, okay? This kitchen sink drama linked to angry young men like John Osborne, Arnold Wells, Shelley Delaney, and portraying working class domestic realism. So kitchen sink is here, you can say, came from the domestic realism. Thus all these angry young men writers were in, you can say, they were highlighting the domestic class society people. They were highlighting, they were showing anger in of the society through their work. So that is why these writers is also known as angry young man, and that is how the kitchen sink drama came. Black comedy is a dramatic form that options: black comedy. Black comedy is a dramatic form. So it's option B, uses dark humor about serious objects. So black comedy is a dramatic form that uses dark humor about the serious subjects. Option B. Black comedy here treats taboo themes like death, violence, crime, humorous irony. Okay. Remember the works by Joe Orton. Next, The Government Inspector is written by the work The Government Inspector is written by. So it's option C, Gogol. Option C, Gogol is the correct answer. Gogol. It is a satirical farce that staged in 1836 exposing Russian bureaucratic corruption. Okay, remember which work? The work is The Government Inspector, written by Gogol, which is a satirical farce. 1836 exposes Russian bureaucratic corruption. It influenced later political satires. Next question, Amphitryon. Amphitryon is a play by. Amphitryon. Correct answer, it's option A. Amphitryon is a play by Molière. Molaire's 1668 comedy adapts a classical myth involving Jupiter's exploring mistaken identity and marital confusion. So 1668 writer dramatist is Molière and the work you have Amphitryon. Next, The Miser is a play by. The Miser is a play by. After this, you will have the chronology and matching questions, okay? And a statement based is important. The Miser is a play by. So it is option A, Molière. Okay. Option A again, correct answer. Here, Harpagon's miserliness drives the plot. The play uses farce, satire, and character obsession, typical of Molaire's comedy. So, farce and satire is the typical type of Molaire's work. Okay, the previous one and this one. Life of Galileo is by. Life of Galileo is by. This question is easy. We can skip option A, Brett. Okay, Bertolt Brecht is the correct answer. So this work is written around 1938 to 45, and this is an epic drama critiques scientific responsibility, church authority, and political compromises. So correct answer, writer dramatist Bertolt Brecht. Okay, The Flies is written by. This is important work. Appears in chronology questions, matchology questions. The Flies is written by option A, Jean-Paul Sartre. This is written in 1943 existentialist tragedy works. This work is that Orest myth to emphasizes freedom, guilt, and revolt against oppressive authority. So correct answer, Jean-Paul Sartre. Next question, The King Stag is a play by. The King Stag is a play by. The King Stag is a play by option A, Carlo Gozzi. Gozzi's fairy tale drama 1762 uses mask, magic, commedia, elements and themes of fidelity and deception. So correct answer, Carlo Gozzi del Arte. The Balcony is written by. Most remember all these works for matchology questions or one-liner. Sometimes they put the questions. So The Balcony is written by options. It's option correct answer option A, Jean Janet. Okay, Jean Janet. This work was published in 1957. Sorry, the play is a symbolic examination of power, revolution, and performance that is set in a brothel where patrons act out fantasies of authority. So here Janet blends ritual, inversion, and political allegory. Correct answer, Jean Janet, published in 1957, and it is a play that highlights symbolic examination of power. Next question, which dramatist is associated with the concept of poetic drama? Very, very important in 20th century. Which dramatist is associated with the concept of poetic drama? So the one who is already associated with the channel and who have also joined the telegram, they know the answer. So a correct answer, poetic drama, T.S. Eliot, and also the one who are well prepared for the exam. So T.S. Eliot related and associated with the poetic drama. Okay. He revived verse drama in 20th century with works like Murder in the Cathedral 1935. This work is very important. The Family Reunion 1939 and The Cocktail Party 1949. His poetic drama blended classical structure with modern psychological concerns that influences poet like later Christopher Fry and W. H. Auden. Okay, so T.S. Eliot is the correct answer. Next, the family reunion is based on the myth of The Family Reunion, just 1939 by T.S. Eliot. Correct answer. So the family reunion is based on the myth of option C, Orestes. Okay, Orestes is the correct answer. This is the work by Eliot that revokes the myth of Orestes through the protagonist Harry, that integrates guilt, destiny, and redemption. The play uses Fury's choral elements and Christian symbolism, making it a modern verse drama. Okay, so correct answer, Orestes is a myth that you will find in the work by T.S. Eliot, Family Reunion. Next, the term comedy of menace is associated with comedy of menace is associated with comedy of menace is associated with So it's option B, Harold Pinter, okay, the birthday party. This term, comedy of menace, is coined by critic Irving Wardell. Remember, 1958. It refers to Pinter's early plays like The Birthday Party and The Dumb Waiter. These plays mixes ordinary domestic settings with a growing sense of threat, ambiguity, pauses, and power play. And also, this type of play is known as a Pinter's okay, like Bildungsroman we have. So correct answer, Harold Pilter, and this is coined by Irving Wardell, 1958. Remember, and the example also. Next, the dumb waiter features the dumb waiter features correct answer, option C. Okay, option C is the correct answer. This is the play by Harold Pinter. Pinter's one act play. This is an one act play 1957 that shows Ben and Goose waiting for instructions through a dumb waiter. The play explores authority, obedience, and existential uncertainty. So, two hitman is the correct answer, that two dumb waiters feature. Next question we have, the Iceman comet is written by. The Iceman comet is written by. The Iceman comet is written by. So it is option C, Eugene O'Neill is the correct answer, the Iceman comet. Okay. This is the 1946 naturalistic tragedy that presents disillusioned bar patrons confronting their pipe dreams. Remember, pipe dreams in the work you will find the Iceman comet. It uses long monologues, psychological depth, and existential despair, typical that we find in Eugene O'Neill's mature style of work. Okay, so correct answer, Eugene O'Neill. Next question we have, which play is considered the first modern tragedy? Which play is considered the first modern tragedy? What do you think? Ghost, A Doll's House, Oedipus Rex, Death of a Salesman. It should be Oedipus Rex, or before this we have the first modern Gorboduc. Gorboduc in 1561. We have to clear this, okay? Which is by Thomas Norton and Thomas Sackville. The first modern tragedy. Okay, so let's just skip this question. Here it is mentioned Ghost. That is by Ibsen. I will check and then let you know. We'll share on Telegram. Next question. Which play uses the dramatic technique of alienation effect? Effect most distinctively? Options. Which play uses the dramatic technique of alienation effect most distinctly? We can find in the work. Options you can see. The Spanish tragedy is also a tragic play, no? And Titus Andronicus is also, we have. So between all these works, which should be the first modern tragedy, we have to find out. Gorboduc is the first English tragedy that was written in blank verse. Yeah, we have to find out. For modern tragedies, we have to. Correct answer, everyone. The which play alienation effect, which is the correct answer. Alienation effect. The Glass Manigree, Mother Courage, Endgame, Long Day's Journey into Night. So alienation effect. One Mother Courage was by Bertolt Brecht. So alienation effect is the term also related with that. So obviously his work would be the correct answer. So Brecht's epic dramaturgy, option Mother Courage. Okay. We have solved this question. Brecht's epic dramaturgy uses songs, play cards, episodic structure, direct address, and interruption to prevent emotional identification and inspire critical thinking. Do you all want that I should speak in Hindi? How? Because one of the student whose name is I think Ashwini, who keep asking me to speak in Hindi. I will teach in Hindi. I think I am not comfortable. I will try that many of the students, but I have told you now the English you should, by learning and by listening, at least you will get your improvement. So many of the students they speak and they interact with me in English only, and I'm happy. And since I have started this, all of the students, whether every gender, girl and boy, everyone has interacted with me in English. So I don't think I should go for Hindi because here the subject we have English and speaking, understanding. How would you understand? It's okay if you will listen, and I speak very easy English, no modern or advanced. You can understand. In which play, next question, everyone. Let's finish this first. In which play does the stage manager act as narrator? Stage manager act as a narrator. In which of these plays? There is a stage manager who act as a narrator. Find out the correct answer. Correct answer. In which play does the stage manager we can find who acts as narrator? Narrator is option A, R. Town. Okay, option A, R. Town. This is the work by Thornton Wilder's 1938 play uses meta theatrical narration by the stage manager who addresses the audience that shifts the scene and commentating on life and death. Who also considered a landmark in experimental American drama. Okay. Oh, we are left world literature, no? Three, four topics we still are remaining. World literature is very important. So remember our town is the work. Thornton Wilder's is the dramatist. 1930 this play is written, unpublished or staged, and this uses meta theatrical narration. Okay, meta theatrical narration where you will find a stage manager who addresses the audience and who also act as a narrator. And this is the landmark in experimental American drama. Next question, which dramatist is linked to In Your Face theater? Which dramatist? Correct answer. Correct answer of this question is option B, Sarah Kane. In Your Face theater of the 1990s that uses extreme violence, sexuality, and emotional rawness to confront audience. So Sarah Cannell's Blasted 1995, Cleats 1998, and 4.48 Psychosis 1999 epitomize this moment. So it is, you can remember, emerged in UK, United Kingdom in 1990s. Okay, and this term you can also relate the critic Alex Sears. So Sarah Kane is the correct answer. In Your Face theater. In Your Face theater. These are the works example. Next question we have. Next question. Look Back in Anger is a landmark play because it options. Look Back in Anger is a landmark play. Correct answer. It's easy. We have Look Back in Anger is a landmark play because it marked the rise of angry young man. Option C is the correct answer. Okay, it is the play by John Osborne, which is in 1956. This play signaled a shift from gentle upper class theatre to working class realism. Jimmy Potter's emotional vitality. This is the protagonist. What volatility captures post-war frustration. So option C, correct answer, mark the rise of angry young man. Next, which play introduced the memory play technique? Which play introduced the memory play technique? Memory play technique. It's option B, the glass Menegri. Okay. It is the work by Tennessee Williams, 1944. This work is narrated by Tom as memory, blending realistic scene with expressionistic lighting, music, and symbolic motifs like the fire escape. Okay, remember Glass Manigri, memory play, Tennessee Williams, 1944, and Tom is the character who represents. Next, the term meta theater was popularized by. The term meta theater was popularized by. Correct answer. The term meta theater was popularized by option A, Lionel Abel. Okay, option A, Lionel Abel. So in Meta Theater 1963, Abel describes play that self-consciously reflected to theatricality, and also examples you can include Hamlet, six characters in search of an author, and the Bald Soprano. Okay. Next, the Homecoming 1965 is written by Homecoming play is written by writer we know. So option B is the correct answer, Harold Pinter. Okay. It is a dark, ambiguous drama about power, gender, and family dynamics. Here, Ruth becomes a central force in a household of manipulative men. So Harold Pinter is the correct answer. Next, which play contains the character Young? Options. Young is the character that appears in which of these plays? So correct answer option A, the hairy ape. Okay, the hairy ape is the correct answer. It is a famous work by Eugene O'Neill and 1922. It is an example of expressionist drama, which is we all know Eugene O'Neill is very popular for. Okay, critics class elevation. This work highlights an industrial dehumanization through Yank or Stoker seeking belonging. Okay, next question. The zoo story is written by. So it's option B, where see how it happens. Option B, Edward Alibi. Edward Alibi. Okay. This is the 1915 absurdist one-act play that explores the loneliness, communication, breakdown, and existential crisis through Peter and Jerry's park bench encounter. Okay, so Edward Alibi is the correct answer. The Zoo story. The term "well-made play" was developed by. The term "well-made play" was developed by. Now, in this video, you will have a lot of well-made play, manners play, poetic drama, lot of concept that all the dramatists have used in their work. The term well-made play was developed by who is the dramatist that who developed this term. So it is option C, Eugene Scribe, the well-made play. So it is a scribe's formula that includes tight plotting, secrets, letters, mistaken identities, climatic revelations, and logical structure. Okay. So Ibsen adapted it but gave it a psychological depth. So Eugene described well-made play associated with. Okay. Well-made play. Next question. Which play features the character Willy Loman? This is the PYQ. The Crucible, Death of a Salesman, Long Day's Journey, and The Iceman Comet. Willy Loman. Option B, The Death of a Salesman is the correct answer. Okay. This is the work by Arthur Miller's 1949. It is a tragedy that critiques the American dream based on Willy Loman, who has a dream, portraying the psychological disintegration, father-son conflict, and illusion versus reality. Okay. Next question. In Rider to the sea symbolizes in the play in Riders to the Sea, the work, the sea here symbolizes what? Wealth, destiny, and death, love, or rebirth. In Riders to the Sea. Correct answer. So it is option B, destiny and death. Okay. So it is the work by Scenes 1904. It is also an one act tragedy that depicts the relentless power of nature. Here, Moria, the character, loses all her sons to the sea, which becomes a force of fate and deconstruction. Next, the Caucasian chalk circle is a realistic tragedy, an epic theatre parable, a medieval miracle play, or restoration comedy. The next time. Hello everyone, how are you? That should what actually. American accent and British accent, both how different. Like American eat a lot. The English have shortened. Correct answer, it is an epic theater parable. Okay. The Caucasian chalk circle is an epic theater parable example you can remember. It is a work by Bretson 1944 play that revokes the Solomon Judge story using songs, narration, and irony. It contrasts Grusha's compassion with societal injustice. This is the character. Next, which dramatist created a comedy of intrigue? Options Wycherley and Goldsmith. Which dramatist created comedy of intrigue? Comedy of intrigue. Goldsmith. These are the two options. C and D. Which dramatist created comedy of intrigue? Correct answer. So it is option B, Lope de Vega. Option B, it who is the Spanish Golden Age dramatist Lope de Vega's comedies used complex plots, disguises, romantic entanglements, and rapid action. So correct answer Lope de Vega, and who is a Spanish Golden Age dramatist. Next, who wrote The Emperor Jones? There are 150 questions started from 151 to 110. Who wrote the Emperor Jones? The Emperor Jones is written by, but the students who are joining now in the comment section, the one student who are well prepared, I found Ashwini, who answer correct of all the questions, specifically when I bring the MCQs or the questions like this. Still, why he is not able to correct his net? I mean, clear his net. Correct answer, it's option B, Eugene O'Neill. Okay, no problem. Destiny tested us. All of you, destiny is there and your hard work. If both will combine, your luck will like always be with you. This work is written in 1920. This expressionist play follows Brutus Jones, combining rhythmic scenes, psychological regression, and symbolic imagery. So, Eugene O'Neill is an expressionist dramatist, is also known as. Next, The Mad Woman of Shalott is written by. The Mad Woman of Shalott is written by. It is not a Mad Woman of the Attic, but it is the Mad Woman of Shalott, which is written by option B, Girodux. Okay. So, Jean Girodux 1945 plays a satirical fantasy opposing capitalist Greece through its eccentric heroine, Countess Aurelia. Aurelia. Next, Major Barbara was written by, this work is appear in the exam. Major Barbara was written by options, important, option A, G.B. Shaw. G.B. Shaw. It is a 1905 problem play, Barbara, Major Barbara. Problem play contrasting salvation, capitalism, and morality through Barbara, Undershaft and her father, the arms manufacturer. Okay. Which play ends with the line, yes, let's go, but the character do not move. Options. Which play ends with the line, this is also a PYQ. This type of line you can find from the work, poetic work, specifically the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock, which I have discussed in the last part of British literature by T.S. Eliot. All the important lines I have mentioned. So it is by Waiting for Godot. Okay, Waiting for Godot. Beckett's famous ending reinforces status, existential paralysis, and cyclical absurdity. This is an absurd play based on existential theme. Vladimir, Estragon, Pozo, Lucky are the characters who never take action despite the decision. So this is the example of absurd play. Who wrote Saved? 1965. Five questions we are remaining. We can finish at least. So, who wrote Saved? It is option A, Edward Bond. Okay, Edward Bond is the correct answer. Written by. So, Saved depicts brutal working class life, including the infamous baby stoning scene. You will find in the work Saved, 1965 by Edward Bond. It provoked censorship debates and transformed British theatre. Okay, so baby stoning theme, remember, scene actually. Sorry. The Good Person of Shezwan features. Now, question number 106. Four questions left. We will finish. The Good Person of Shezwan features. Do not miss and do watch till end because this is the last moment of your revision. You all have started, I hope, hopefully. Good Person of Shezwan. It is option A, a parable of goodness and survival. Okay. This is also again work by Brett, where he uses Shen, Te, Shui, Ta duality. What are they written here? To show moral struggle under the capitalist pressure and the God's final ambiguous judgment reinforces social critique. So it is a parable of goodness and survival. Next, sorry, see how I'm speaking, why my tongue is twisting so much. Joe Orton is known for writing. Joe Orton is known for writing, correct answer option C, black comedies. Black comedies. Okay. So Orton's Loot 1965 is the work already. And entertaining Mr. Sloan 1964 uses dark humor, taboo breaking, and anarchic satire. His style influenced the late 20th century British drama. Okay. Now, balcony you have done, but here the question is the balcony explores the themes of. If the work is related to balcony play, balcony work, so which type of theme these works explore? Options you can see and be quick with your answer. Two questions we left. I have a lot of pending work, that's why. The balcony explores the themes of option B, ritual power and revolution. Okay. So it is a Janet's 1957 play, stages fantasies of judges, bishops, and generals in and brothel exposing political performance and the illusion of authority. So correct answer, the balcony play features the theme of ritual, power, and revolution. Next question, which play uses poor theater techniques? Poor theater techniques. Specifically, this class is going to be helpful for the beginners who are not aware about all these type of theaters, all these type of techniques that the dramatist uses in the work. So poor theater, it is by option B, Acropolis. Okay, Acropolis. Jerzy Grotowski's poor theater eliminates elaborate sets and technology, emphasizing actor-spectator intimacy and psychophysical training and minimalist staging. Okay, so Acropolis is the correct answer. Which play? So it is Acropolis. Next and the last question we have, which play present a feminist reworking of President Roosevelt's era? Which play? This is the last. Present a feminist reworking of President Roosevelt's era. Correct answer. It is option A, Top Girls. Okay, Top Girls is the correct answer that represents. So it is a work. It is a work by Carlyle Churchill's, that which is in 1982. That this play critiques Thatcher era capitalism and gender politics. The Dinner Party Act features historical vivid, blending feminist historiographer and postmodern dramaturgy. So these are the 110 questions from 51. Obviously, how do you like the class? Do comment and stay tuned. Let's meet in the next class. I still have to upload the video, so I'll have to say goodbye now. Take care of yourself, everybody. Keep revising. Believe in yourself. Thank you so much for joining. Bye bye.